the rule, not the ref. Yeah, I think the try, no try. He had to send it up as summit for that Adam O'Brien try,
Yeah.
and probably Adam O'Brien's celebrations didn't help the situation. But what else was he going to do? I guess you can say. Look, there was no conclusive view either way, so go with what we went with. There was the other one, wasn't there, where there was the ball steal and then the play was allowed to run on for a little bit and then the ref stopped it and then they went and checked it and
it was all a bit of a
faff. The match officials made the right call.
Yeah. So. These ones aren't part of the conspiracy, or they aren't part of the conspiracy this week.
Yeah.
Is that right? Because there is a big conspiracy going on, isn't there?
There's always a conspiracy. The referees are out to ruin everyone apart from the club that you hate the most at that given time. That is near the top of the league.
So Ben Failer must have done pretty well on his money this week, because obviously you get that £200 bonus for video.
£250, mate. Every video £250. There's so much. The game's swimming in money.
Yeah, it's just like, is it because it's actually linked to You've Been Framed that you get £250 a video?
We're throwing out all the Saturday night TV classics here, aren't we, Tim? Today,
it's this could be our big break.
Well, I'm the generation game that we need to play between who some of the stars were people the older end like Millington and Moores and young Jacob Truman, who is half the age of some of the players knocking around in this game, like what's his name, Webster and people like that. You got to credit Truman ran the show still, didn't he, despite being the youngest player out there.
You wouldn't if you
for the Tigers, that is.
Yeah, for the #champions. He did well, and he's really played well this season. So fair enough.
I thought he hugely outplayed his halfback partner in this game, and was probably the best half on the pitch as well. Young Jake Wardle, we just touched on him before. I thought he was fantastic. Jordan Rankin's defence was very good until it was non-existent, but I suppose that was the whole side. Mike McMeekin's offload for the Jake Webster try.
I was just going to say
Wardle was kind of caught out on that one, but what great work from the Southerner.
It was quite frankly sexual, wasn't it? It was just unbelievable to have the skill for that and the strength as well, to keep himself free to be able to do that. It was wonderful, and that's something for the very much the highlight reel, and that's the sort of thing we should be showing people and saying this is the skill we've got on offer.
Definitely. I mean, it was fantastic piece of play. The game overall, Castleford were really, really strong defensively for most of it. They had a couple of lapses, but not too much. Gaskell kind of cut through them a bit for his try, which was arguably weak on Castleford's part, but for the most part they were very organised and strong in defence. And Huddersfield, kind of as soon as the thing started to run against them and they had a couple of people leave the field not to come back onto the field and that sort of stuff. Jordan Turner, looked, his season's over. I just sort of think they got to a point where the heart weren't in it, and it was around about the hour mark.
And they thought, let's not push this. Let's not put ourselves out here. Let's just get through with whatever the equivalent is of Bali. I don't know, where did we decide it was?
Benidorm. No,
that place in Bulgaria.
The Summit Coast, Bulgaria.
We're off to Bulgaria. Let's just ease it back a bit here. Get through the game.
Sunny beach.
Nobody gets hurt. Yeah, and then we'll be done. That was to me, because that first half was quite competitive, and they had a chance there, but once they raced away and early on, it was only going to go one way. And they thought, okay, let's not chase this and come full 10 points short and get hurt. Let's pull back and let this one go.
Yeah. Okay. Well done, Cass. They certainly underlined their credentials, sort of in both defence and attack, I think, in this game. Cass had a lot more ball and did a lot more with it. 757 more metres at over 1 metre per carry better average game, with 9 breaks to 2 and 8 tries to 2. Huddersfield hurt themselves with 15 errors, 5 more than Cass, and also 2 more penalties conceded. They made less than 900 metres. Individually, Junior Moores, 2 tries, 5 tackle balls, 206 metres. He was imposing. Grant Millington with a try and 112 metres. Paul McShane, 4 try assists We've said it for weeks now, but he's got to be on that three-man shortlist. You would think, alongside John Bateman and James Roby, maybe.
He'd definitely be there. I don't think he's. I think he's the third of the three.
Yeah.
But I think he should be, and he deserves it just for all-round contribution. And the couple of games where he has been missing, Cass have just looked a completely different side.
Yep. Captain Shenton, 162 metres. For the losing Huddersfield Giants, he's made his ever-present since signing for the club stats roundup appearance. Suya Matungi with 123 metres. He was probably their best player. Let's say that on this game. Okay, Friday night. All the hype, all the pomp, all the ceremony, all the celebration of a non-televised trophy lift in front of less than 10,000 people. 9,348 to be precise. Chris Kendall was the referee to watch St Helens versus Hull FC. It finished a fairly comfortable 38-12. It was only 18-12 at half-time, so similar kind of story it looks like on paper to the Cass game we've just spoken about. We have a few fan reviews in the first one. Very entertaining.
Yeah, it's from our good friend Tom Andrews at Tom_HKR, who says, Hull FC record breakers wonder how they would have done in the middle eights! ! When FC last won a game, England were just heading into the World Cup. Don't get much chance to give some shit out as a KR fan, so the last 3 months have been great, haven't they just?
The amount of L's you pronounced there was the amount of defeats in a row. Fat Boy Rob said...
so it was.
Yeah. Fat Boy Rob said, not a match review, but I wanted to congratulate Saints on winning the totally meaningless League Leaders Shield, winky face. It's good to know Sam Tompkins has so much sway over the totally wicked stadium, judging by the presentation.
I'm not quite sure what
Sam Tompkins said it's not an important trophy in the building against Saints the other week. Well,
clearly they're worshippers of the Church of Sam. There we go. Who knew that one? St David said, well done, LLS, that's League Leaders Shield. A joy to watch this year. The game lacked intensity with both sides depleted. FC had 9 out, 7 out for Saints, but a decent contest with Saints stretching away in the second half. Tomo, Percival and Grace the standouts, with Grace's second try a thing of real beauty. Of course it was, from the amazing Grace. Combining raw speed, a change of pace and balance to leave defenders on the floor. Extra points to Ben B for winding up the Hull fans onwards. That was unnecessary. The Ben Barber.
I don't think it. You can look at it two ways. You can look at it that it was a bit crass, or you can look at it as it was a bit of fun. And you're taking the crass angle. I think I'm taking it was a bit of a fun angle.
I'm just taking it as a bit of a prick.
Well, we already knew that.
We didn't know that, yeah.
Pricks can have fun too. Joshua's granddad said the snake was back, and 9 minutes later he's off injured for 22 minutes. On 22 minutes, Manu's turn to go off. 12-0 Saints, but the snake returns and inspires a comeback to 12-all, starting to look promising until fucking Kendall remembered the script at 39 minutes. Penalty leads to Saints going 18-12 ahead. Second half saw a return to some of the crap defending we had got used to as Saints walked through our right flank at will. Big raps to Massey, who had his best game in black and white. That'd be Massey Matongo.
Yes, it would.
From the highlights that I saw of this game, the party might not have been in full flow after the final whistle, but I think during the game it seemed that the Platinum Edge, as we said it might want to be called earlier in the season, was firing, because that Percival Lomax kind of link up was on fire. Grace had the flashes of the thing that we know he offers us so much promise in, like you've touched on. There's some things about him that are so enjoyable to watch. It's just intensely frustrating that he's still so inconsistent, but I suppose he's young, not as young as Tom Davies, we'll remember that, but he's young, and so you're going to get inconsistency. But fantastic in this game, so all power to him for that. And Mark Percival getting some tries off not forward passes as well was a refreshing sight, I think, for the Saints fans.
Oh, you say better. Oh, anyway,
someone has to be. The thing that Luke Thompson impressed me, I think, from the bits I saw, especially his try was like so imposing, and he kind of.
When have you seen him this year and he's not impressed though?
Well, I don't want to say he's been in a slump, but he's not been as good the last couple of games. So I think this was a real return to saying, I'm here, I'm the best prop in this competition, try and stop me. And that was what he did in this game, and that's fantastic from
The
him.
non-techno Viking.
Yeah, it starts to get things stirred up, doesn't it, for the playoffs?
Yeah.
The Saints need to start winning well, and it looks like in the second half of this game they did win well. So well done to them. Did you see anything? Have you got anything you wanted to pull out?
No, I didn't see. Only saw very brief highlights of this one on the Sky Sports News as I was flicking through the other night. FC just still in this slump, and can you see him winning again?
What ever? No, not this year. No. There
we go. Anyway, we should.
I don't know. Is this in fact they've got Catalan next week, so that's a coin flip game.
Roll the dice. Yeah.
Predictions. Stats: each team had similar amount of carries, and each team made the same amount of handling errors. But stats say Saints were way better with the ball. 6 tries to 2, 9 breaks to 3, 454 meters at a huge 2.5 meters per carry, better average gain. What will worry Saints is a sub 90% team tackle success rate and 9 penalties conceded. But of course they did blood some young players. 17-year-old Jack Wellsby made his debut. James Bentley, who they signed from Bradford last year, made his debut too, and he actually had a couple of link-up bits in that left edge play that I think will be something for them to enjoy going forward at the Saints. He's a player who will do something for that side, I am certain. Regan Grayson in this game did something. 2 tries, 7 tackles, 155 metres, 3 clean breaks. Mark Percival, 2 tries, 1 try assist, 10 tackles, 203 metres, 2 clean breaks. Luke Thompson, 1 try and 198 metres. Kyle Amor makes the 4th man up in there, reckoning 145 metres. For the losing Hull FC side, Dean Hadley had another big tackling day, 48 tackles. Josh Griffin, 134 metres and 3 successful offloads. Maybe now they might want to keep him. Hakeem Maloudi, who played at fullback in this one, 13 tackle busts, 122 metres.
Whoa.
4 successful offloads, and Fatuli Talanoa sneaks in with 100 metres as well there. Okay, still on Friday night, a game that I know even less about than the game we just spoke about. Wakefield versus Catalan Dragons. It was 30 points to 12 to Wakefield, all sewn up at half-time, one would think. It ended 34-22. So a little bit of a resurgence from Catalan in the second half, but still nowhere near good enough. 40,030 saw it. Scott Mikalauskas was the referee. We had a couple of views.
4,000, not 40,000.
Did I say 40,000?
Yeah.
No, 40,000 don't go.
Where would you put 40,000 people at the Mobile Rocket Stadium? In the car park, possibly?
Anyways, wherever they put them in Toronto, because they're all make-believe there as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you want
they're all inflatable.
No. Do you want to give us the first view of the two not enlightening views?
Malcar Matias says, yet more cup karma, hashtag still on the piss. Beer emoji, champagne emoji, wine glass emoji, cocktail pina colada type glass emoji, clinking champagne glass emoji, beer emoji, champagne emoji, wine glass emoji, cocktail, 2 clinking wine glasses, champagne glasses, a beer emoji, a champagne cork emoji, wine glass, the cocktail again, etc., etc. Repeat that once
Tom
twice.
Andrews said, I had enough of that. Tom Andrews says, Mickey Mouse kiss losing control of another game? ? This referee is dangerous. Right. That is one of the things we'll all have seen from this game, because I'm sure Tom is referring to the fight at the end of the game.
And the cards that were dished out.
Mikael Seaman and Jacob Miller both sent off. Jacob Miller received a grade A for his role in this, for throwing punches. I don't think he landed any. There was some spectacular air shots from him, though. So
it was like Scrappy Doo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like wafting around, yeah.
The intent alone deserves some pulling up, and Mikael Seaman, who started it, got a grade B. So he's got a 1-game ban. Miller's good disciplinary record means grade A, no games. And yeah, I don't know, because I'm looking at the stats. Penalty count was 6-5, according to the stats on the League Express article, which suggests to me a fairly well controlled game.
Sounds like one side got ahead, but that equally there weren't any make-up calls to level that up.
No. So what I don't know how we can say it was the referee who caused that frustration right at the end of the game for Mikel Simon against his former side. It's a bit of a leap to get there without any more